Right. So I found somebody put up, I think it was a Silver Report Uncut, did a story on how a quarter of the world's pork population or pig population has died due to what's known as pig Ebola. Basically, it's an African hemorrhagic fever that has about 100% mortality rate if a pig gets sick, and they're dead within 10 days. And they've actually had rivers legitimately run red with blood from the amount of pigs that they're culling. Because basically what you do is you find one pig that's sick inside of a herd and you just kill all of them trying to stop this virus. But it's been spread as far as like Ukraine, Georgia, Russia, Azerbaijan, China, Vietnam, Laos, just all over the place in the Asian area, and even into the steppes and into Europe. So the Chinese government has decided to shift blame away from themselves, which, let me put this like this. This is propaganda on both sides, so I'm not sure which one's lying. So I'm basically just going to bring you the story and let you guys, sit here and kind of look into it if you want to. And I think this is something that, we should all be looking at, because honestly, at this point, they're showing that even the people who are handling the infected pigs are showing antibodies inside of their bloodstream for this. So it can be transferred to humans, right? But the question is it potent when it's transferred to humans? That's really the question. And it's not at this point, but it can lead to an outbreak of epidemic proportions. And especially considering, how many pigs we have in America and across the world, and the amount of pork that we use inside of our diet. So with that being said, let's check this out and see what's going on. All right, this is an article from superchina.com, delivered by Google. I don't know. The Chinese gangsters using drones to spread African swine fever. Chinese gangsters who are part of the swine stir-fry syndicates are using drones to spread African swine fever, according to Chinese state media, and initially reported in English language media by the SCMP, which is the Chinese state media people, right? Scaring farmers into selling their animals at a discount before trafficking these sick pigs across province lines and selling them in clean areas. 3 days ago, China Comment, an outlet affiliated with Swine on News, published this sort of account, which we translated below. Americans who fear China's rise from afar often underestimate fundamental government issues that plague Chinese society, and we think this story provides a valuable example, and as do I. This is why I'm bringing this to you. Why would a state-controlled outlet publish a story about pig gangs? Likely as part of an effort to shift blame for continuing high prices from the government handling of the outbreak on the isolated bad elements. This year's rise in pig prices is a big deal, materially impacting every Chinese national and likely shaking consumer confidence more than a trade war with the U.S. These sorts of own goals are growing pains for any developing country, but can especially damage a one-party system without transparency. Chinese response to African swine fever stands in contrast to how the U.S. handled its Ebola outbreak. One transition note: how these pig gangs are known is a wonderfully evocative phrase, literally means fry, but also using the phrase chow fang tong to refer to those who hoard real estate only to sell at the peak of the market. Profiteering. There's nothing swine stir-fry syndicates won't stoop to. And by the way, the fact that they're calling them the swine stir-fry syndicates is fucking hilarious. Summary. Since the beginning of this year, pork prices across the country have risen significantly, but presently the African swine fever epidemic has still not completely passed. With the need to strengthen the prevention and control of the disease, to limit illegal transfer of pigs across provinces, and to increase regulation to control rising pork prices. But illegal traders see pig prices as an opportunity for huge profits. They disregard government bans and together form a swine stir-fry syndicate, collecting and selling pigs across provinces, regardless of whether they're sick or not. In order to smuggle the hogs, some have bribed supervisors and forged certificates in order to lower the price of pigs. Some have spread the rumors that the swine fever epidemic, creating social panic, and even going so far as to actively spreading swine stir-fry fever virus. You like how? I mean, I guess like you would just take like the blood out of one and stick it in another. I guess I'm not really sure, right? Due to high pork prices, some provinces have ordered a suspension of the transfer of sick pigs in an effort to prevent and control the African swine and fever epidemic and ensure the quality of pork products on the market. Yunnan has always been one of the key provinces for the transfer of live pigs. In September, the emergency headquarters for the prevention and control of swine flu in Yunnan issued a directive that all hogs in Yunnan be temporarily transferred out of the province. Subsequently, Yunnan Provincial Department of Agriculture and Rural Affairs, together with Public Security Department, carried out a concentrated crackdown on the illegal transfer of pigs, seizing over 10,000 pigs. In China, common investigation reporters found that some businessmen have formed pig spectacular groups or speculator groups seeking opportunities for cross-province arbitrage, uh, arbit, arbitrage, and using a variety of illegal means to smuggle pigs, secretly trade, and make huge profits. In November, the Sichuan Highway Police intercepted 4 modified commercial vehicles and seized 79 live pigs from them. Okay, an industry insider said that the swine stir-fry syndicates transfer more than 4,000 pigs a day. The average gross profit per head is around 1,000 yuan, $140. Since trucks can transit 100 heads per vehicle, and one trip can make them more than 100,000 yuan or $14,300. However many you got, we can buy all of them, one illegal hog vendor said. Police efforts have been intensified at interprovincial highway intersections. However, some criminals work in transfer procedures. Transfer procedures can create fraudulent quarantine certificates and can even buy off the inspectors. Spreading rumors about the epidemic and buying pigs at a lower price is a common way for swine stir-fry syndicates to profit. In some places, swine stir-fry syndicates first plant infected dead pigs in healthy farms or plant contaminating pigs' feed and then spread news of the outbreak and buy pigs at a discount to flip them. In interviews, some villagers said that the pig traffickers often spread rumors of an outbreak of American swine fever in their villages to scare pig farmers into selling their pigs. In one of the top 100 pig breeding counties, the head of a breeding enterprise said that since the outbreak of African swine fever, the group's branches found drones in the pig breeding area, dropping unknown items that were later found to contain the African swine fever virus. Swine stir-fry syndicates make bank, and they don't care if the pigs are sick, are selling the pigs they're selling are sick or healthy. The grassroots are concerned that if the infected pigs are not caught in time, control of the disease will be impossible. At present, the central government has put frozen meat reserves on the market, issues directed to encourage pig production, and guaranteed the supply of pigs through subsidies and other policies. Grassroots animal husbandry experts and breeding technicians believe that these measures have played a positive role in stabilizing pork prices. However, there is still a large profit margin in pork speculation, which has made an impact on the export and import of pigs and has reduced the ability of the government to control prices. Swine stir-fry syndicates have also hit confidence of farmers, discouraging them from ramping up production. Joanne, an official with the Agriculture and Science Bureau of Funing County, Yunnan, believes that there is a great pressure on the prevention and control of African swine fever. A technician who manages 20,000 fattening pigs in a region of southwest China said that with pork prices at record highs, rumors of an epidemic can cause breeding panic and discourage pig producers from resuming breeding programs. Before the outbreak of African swine fever, there was also a pig cycle within the industry in which pork prices rose and fell every 3 years or so. The business ran as follows. Meat prices are high, sows increase. Pig supplies increases, meat prices fall, sows are called, pig supply decreases, meat prices rise. Experts believe that the current round of the pig cycle, along with African swine fever, will result in a continued rise in pork prices, thereby giving stir-fry syndicates a golden opportunity. Some pig farmers are annoyed by how hard it is to tell fact from fiction about the African swine fever. They expect other countries to speed up the pace of their vaccine development in order to stabilize producer confidence. So, with that being said, I don't know if there's gangsters out here dropping shit from drones. I'm not sure. But with a quarter of the world's pig population have been killed this year or have died this year, and pork prices up exponentially, there's money to be made. But on the same point, I'm gonna warn people: be careful. You know what I'm saying? Like, and keep your eyes open. This might be something we do a stream on at some point. You know what I mean? About standing here prepping for disaster involving, an epidemic. You know what I mean? Because that's something that I think a lot of people really don't prepare for. And I'm not real sure how you prepare for that at that point. You know what I mean? I guess you kind of got to go away, but you can never come back because you'll never have the antibodies to fight it. So we'll see what's up. You know what I mean? In the meantime, you know the deal. It's Tom P's of Pinoy News. Holla at your boy. Peace.